Well, good morning everybody and welcome to episode 233 of House Flipper. Let's head on over to where were we at? We were at the century-old house and doing the garden. I like modern furniture, says young Jimmy Trader down in the bottom corner there. Alright, well, what am I standing on? Not quite sure why I'm over there, but that's okay. Alright, we were putting in the front garden. You know what, I'm thinking we need to put some more of these pom-pom trees in. Let's go find them. Needle plants. Ooh, we could put in a 2. And we're going for the blue spruce, weren't we? Yeah. I don't know, that kind of looks like someone's peering over the fence. Let's not do that. Let's go with our single pom-poms, our blue spruce, our buy many. Yeah, we're just gonna dump maybe 2 here. And then we'll just kind of equidistance them as best we can along the front. And I'm thinking we need that candlewick tree thing. I know, candlewick tree thing. It doesn't make sense, but it will in a minute. Wait a minute, let me just see what this looks like. You know what? I like that better. Let's put a few of those in around the edge. Kind of by a few, I mean let's fill all the gaps in here with them. Oh my god, this is going to take freaking forever to put in, isn't it? But it's going to look so pretty when we're done. I think I also promised you a pool at some point, didn't I? I did. I knew that. And away we go. How fast can I put trees in House Flipper? I don't know. Not as fast as I want to. I need a magic wand. There's something I can flick and have them all instantaneously appear in their allotted spaces, all watered in and ready to go. Yeah. I'm allowed to dream. Alrighty, that seeing as I do mods, that's probably... I don't do mods, sorry. That's probably never going to be a reality. Oh, sigh. Alright, let's get this crazy show on the road. We're just going to dump them in individually. I'm actually going to put a second gravel layer in, not the same colour. I'm thinking of actually doing a yellow square. I mean, I'm a bit plain when it comes to these gardens, and I'm going to try and up my game just a little bit. Oh man, I do like what they've done to stop you losing trees in the fence. Tell you what though, these little ball trees, these are not low maintenance. You gotta prune these suckers. I know there is no way to speed this along. So I'm always tempted to put trees up along the side of the house, but I was reading in the little tip boxes down the bottom that that might not be the best way to do it. What it said was the foliage, the trees and bushes with luxuriant foliage are usually kept around the outside of the property, not the outside of the house. So I'm going to see what happens when I don't put anything up along the inside of the house. At this rate, we'll be moving on to another house while I'm still finishing the garden out here. And we were going to try for the real estate agent, weren't we? He is only second from the top. Those dastardly Johnsons are at the top. They so drive me crazy, those guys. Pretty sure he wouldn't approve of little ball trees, but that's okay. He's what I'm putting out here is not going to influence him too much. Hopefully. I know. Man, let's get the shoveling done. And again. Now I can cover this plant with soil. There we go. And again. We'll look back in a minute and we'll just get an idea of how these things are looking when they're in. So I'm hoping, although I'm not liking my chances, but I'm hoping maybe I can get... Oh, that kind of works. Maybe I can get these little ball trees in. And then what we can do is put lights in, and that should get the lighting component done and the tree component done. And I want to put in 2 yellow gravel squares at the front. So, must go faster. Why can't I go faster? And once we lose the light out here, we'll head in. I think I had a bedroom to do. So we've done a sauna and a bathroom, 2 bathrooms. I think it was 2 bathrooms. I could be wrong. It might only be 1 bathroom. It's at least a sauna and a bathroom. We're going to turn what was the old dining room into a bedroom, because the real estate agent, what he loves is he loves places for people to sleep, but he doesn't like any more than about 4, if I remember rightly. So I'm hoping that 4 bedrooms is going to be sufficient for him. We're also going to try and get in 2 armchairs or 2 sofas. He likes having 2 sofas and 1 television. Not fond of and he likes a kitchenette in his living room. He's not fond of expensive equipment though, so we're going to have to, you know, go a bit easy on things like the microwave and the oven. I know, I can hear that music, that quieter music happening that usually indicates nighttime is coming. And I just don't dare look. And again. But this is this part of the garden part of House Flipper is done with the Garden Flipper DLC. And this is the kind of thing that you can expect to do. I swear, it takes me more time to do a Garden Flipper episode or the Garden Flipper stage of the house than it takes me to do the rest of the house. In a lot of cases. We might try making a house for the art girl after this one, I think. We haven't done one for her. We might give her a Japanese garden as well. But we'll see what we have next. If it's another bunker, we won't, but... If it's another bunker, we could try doing Mr. Minimalist. It won't be as much fun, but it'll still be a good exercise in how to get through. Yeah, I'm really glad I went with these and not with the candlewick ones. I think these work a lot better. It's kind of like one uniform shape. Right up until I change my mind and do something else. And I'm really glad I put the little ball trees in. Okay, these guys are all done. Yeah, I like that. I don't think the tall trees would work so well here. I'm actually thinking of putting in some little low bushes along the front, so we might do that. Just go back into needle plants. I mean, we've got the cube shape topiary. I don't know how these, what are these like? Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I was just thinking of putting in like a coniferous shrub, and I think it could be the brachiate I need, but let's maybe not. That might be it. So we're just going to pop these in along the front, hopefully. Just to give that high-low kind of look. We could almost make a modern garden out of this. I mean, why didn't I put these in when I was putting the round ones in? Because I only just thought of them. And I didn't know what I wanted until I saw the effect of one with the other one next to it. There we go. After this, we put in the yellow square gravel and the lights. I can definitely see we're running out of light here. Maybe we'll go with the lights first. No, let's do the yellow square. It'll be good. Alright, that's all of that done. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting in two squares of gravel. And I'm kind of wanting to get them as perfectly squares. So we want single color, we want the yellow, and we want the square. And what I want to do is kind of, if I can get it vaguely to about there, and then we want to just go a little bit this way. Oops, that's not quite straight. That's okay, I don't exactly have a ruler here. Alright, and then we just want to actually go sideways. Ah, no. Alright, I'll tidy that up in a minute. So basically I want this section here to be yellow. And actually I think I want a blue bit in the middle. And then I want to do something almost identical over here, except without that derpy bit. So just slide it this way maybe. Oh, I don't know, something like this. Yep, and then I want to go... no, make myself seasick here. Oops, that's a bit close. And then I want to kind of go a bit this way. Oh, whoops, that is definitely too close. Oh no, it's not. I know, don't talk to me. Ah, I'm messing it up. Alright, so I kind of want it to be a little bit like this. Just straighten out that bit there. There we go. Let me just run around in here for a bit and kind of smoosh that over. There we go. And actually, now that I've done all of this, I'm thinking I want to put some more blue gravel down, not just to fix up my derpiness, but to... where are we? Right, so basically what we'll do is we'll just erase that bit there. I know. My obs comp is kicking in bad. There we go. That little wheel down the bottom there is going to drive me crazy. Let's get that there. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is I need to put in like as much of a straight line as I can here. Alright, don't be like that. Okay. And then we're going to do it here. I know. Oh man. Okay. Something like that. And then we're going to do the same over here. I know, don't roll your eyes at me. We actually might narrow down this edge though, because I don't like that little wiggle there. So we're just going to erase... Ah! Fiddlesticks. Erase that bit. There we go. And then we're going to grab this. What are you on, woman? Alright. Get rid of this bit here. And then we're just going to take that up to here. And get rid of that. And we're just going to try and... Oh, what are you... What? No. No. Alright, so it should look something like this. And I'll fiddle with it more next session, just to get it kind of looking straight. We may put more yellow in a minute, but yeah. No. Bad. Alright, back to surfaces, back to the beginning. Let's grab this, let's grab this, let's grab that. Alright, now we're going to tidy up our mess. You ever heard the story of the fox and the cheese? Where two birds are fighting over a piece of cheese, and the fox convinces them that he can make them both have an equal amount of cheese. So he keeps biting off bits of cheese until the cheese is all eaten. And that is pretty much what I feel like I'm doing about here. Okay, so that is all of that done, maybe, except now I want to get rid of that big thick wide yellow. Right, and we'll work out what we're doing with that a little bit more. But in the meantime, we really do need to get some lighting in here. I'm looking for something kind of angular, maybe those. Everything's round, I mean we could go with that. Or just do the classic. No, the oriental looks good. The standing ball would be too many balls. There is such a thing. I'm actually a little bit partial to this, but we do have green. Alright, now let's be monochromatic for the moment. Oh, fine. Be like that. I know, and I haven't turned them on. That's a disaster, isn't it? Alright, as long as you can get the right angle on it, you can have your lights. Let's just push these up in here. Put that one in the corner. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to have to go around and turn these on, aren't I? Let's just save ourselves a little bit of heartache. We'll get some of them in. I don't think we'll get all of the lights in. It's already pretty dark. I'm not scared of the dark. You are scared of the dark. See, I like it. It'll light it up beautifully. Just throw in, maybe not put it right in front of the doorway. That seems a little bit daft. Well, at least you have no excuse for running into the house. Look at that. Now it's pretty. I love it when it starts to come together like this. And again. I know, we're now into house time, but the more of this section I get done, the more likely we are to finish house and garden at the same time. Let's just... I'm just hitting the... It's the A key to slide. It's not as even as I'd like it, but I didn't actually think of placing the lights when I put them in. So we'll just quickly slide along this way. And just get as much of them done as we can. If I can get that, yes. No dark corners in this garden. Alright, we will get the lights done this session. I know, I'm not even looking at how dark it is without it. But I think we've got the hardest parts of the garden done. The least interesting parts of the garden done. We've got the what do you call it? The gravelling done, the mowing's done. The trees are in around the edges. I don't know if we want to put too many more trees in. We might look at some bonsai in the middle of those little island patches. We just need to get the barbecue area and swimming pool done. And then... what else are we doing? Oh, great, we're here. Just see if I can't fit it just in here. Okay, that is our well-lit garden. You can see, wow, I like that effect. It's pretty. Alrighty, let's get inside. Now we have not done this area in here. We will, but we're just focusing on one space at a time. So I haven't painted in here. There's my sauna. Right, so we did the sauna and the sauna bathroom. Oh, that's right. We did the everyone's bathroom in here. So we've done 2 bathrooms, an entry hall. We have not finished this hallway. We should probably do that. Let's grab something to go in here. Simple lights, maybe not garden lights. I'll just go with ceiling lamps. Now, my preferred one is too expensive. Let's go with the 3114 light, and we'll just pop it in the middle here. I'll just grab the light switch. We probably need to install one. Let's just head into installations and we'll grab ourselves a standard light switch. Turn that light on. Beautiful. Alright. I do need to decide on a colour. I'm actually thinking white might be a perfectly good colour for this hallway, and now that I think about it, I didn't keep the timber in. I did keep the timber in here. I probably shouldn't. We'll think about that a little bit more. Alright, I need another light in here. Let's just zip straight out to the main area, grab this thing, turn it this colour and stick it in the middle of the roof. Find our light switch, turn that on, give ourselves some light to work by. Yep, there we go. Alright, well, this isn't going to be a double doorway anymore, so let's just deal with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Okay. Alright, that's done. Right, that should leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4 across there. Just put in our poles here. And I should need one more there. Brilliant. Let's just turn our light back on. It got confused when we took out the wall. It thought suddenly we weren't in the right room. We are, however, going to remove this light switch here. And we are going to put another light switch in. Because light switches are handy. Alright. Now we get to play. I don't know what colour we want to do any of this. You know what, I'm thinking we're just going to stick with stark staring white for the walls in this area. So we might as well just get that painted. No, not plastered. So anyone's getting plastered, it's going to be me. It's going to be, I don't know, pick an alcohol. Mind you, this year hasn't treated me at all that badly, so I should probably not worry too much. Let's remove some of this timber, if I'm not badly mistaken. The Smoths like the timber. I could be wrong. Also the grandparents like the timber. So we're trying to discourage them as best we can. And that can be done by giving them sterile... Okay, not white walls. I could probably paint this all black in here and it would be incredibly dark. But all of those people who like light coloured walls would definitely leave me alone at that point. Let's get that done. And we'll zip across here. Alright, that gets rid of some of the panelling. Let's remove the rest of the panelling. All done. And let's just make sure that it's, where's my paint can? That we haven't got paneling lurking under this section here. Nope, looks like these are perfectly fine. Alright. And here, actually we're leaving that alone. Alrighty, that's all done and it's all pretty. We're probably not going to put a lot in this hallway. We might put down a runner, maybe. With this room here, let's choose the bed first. We're going to put a single bed in here. There's not much room for a double, so we'll go with a single. And that will help us work out our colour scheme for the rest of the room. So let's grab our furniture. Let's grab our bedroom. Let's grab beds. Beds are good. I mean, we could use a Zwajia wall bed, but I don't think that's going to fit in here nicely. So let's avoid the children's beds. Okay, 139 is our cheapest bed. We're going to just put the cheap stuff in first, just to try and attract that real estate agent to the top. So 139 is looking good. Oh, that one's single bed mantis at 100. How cheap do we really want to go? This is nice with storage. Again, 139. I suppose if he's second from the top, and it's kind of cute. If he's second from the top, and we want to try and bump him up, we can change all of these beds for a mantis bed. Alright, you know, I'm going to go with this. It means I might want to change the colouring. I know, what did I say about avoiding... Yeah, but I like that. Let's do that. It's pretty. Alright, there's a flaw in my plan. Fine, we'll put the bed at this end. I was going to tuck it over there, but then the drawer won't work. The bedroom isn't the place for toys, and a big comfortable bed makes us happy. Lady, this is not for you. Alright, we are going to put in this bottom corner here. I'm going to grab our wardrobes, here we go. We can just find ourselves a nice cheap chest of drawers. There's 128, there's 170. The Van and the Charles would go well together. Okay, this one wins. We're going to go with our grey wood again. Soft maple this time. Just pop that. Actually, you know what? We could use it as a bedside table even. There we go. Which means we could put our Charles I mean, we could do Charles. It's 221 though, so maybe there's a cheaper wardrobe. 232. 111. Does that come in pretty grey wood? It does. You know what? It doesn't even look too bad. Alright, that one's 111. Let's see if there's anything cheaper than that. So the reason we're going for the cheaper stuff instead of maybe what we would really like is the real estate agent. So we're just going to keep this room fairly simple. I know it goes against everything I hold dear to do this, but anyway. Okay, well, Giorgio Shanwa definitely approves. You know what? A bedroom only needs one door. I know. I should have thought of this before. So we're just going to completely remove... There I go, confusing the lights again. We're going to completely remove that. And we're just going to pop a wall all the way through here. Which means, I guess, that I can get rid of this light switch. Where did I put it again? Uh-oh. There we go. You don't need a light switch in there. Alright, now see, if you were going to do a bedroom in here, you could go absolutely nuts. Actually, let's grab that. No one likes their bed opposite the door. Alright, I don't like my bed opposite the door. Mind you, I don't like it overhanging the door either. Okay, no, we won't do that to the wall. Let's just leave it there. Okay, so now we know what this one's about. Let's go find a green carpet. I'm a little bit worried about adding carpets in because if I add carpets in, we may just lose the real estate agent. Let's find our ellipses if we can. Doesn't look like we've got ellipses. Let's have a look at this one. And I want maybe that. Or we could possibly go with the lighter shade. Alright, let's do that. How much was that? 86. All that money we saved on cupboards and we've just put that in. Okay, if we were going to be doing this room up for anyone but the real estate agent, we would probably go for blinds. But blinds are more expensive, so... I mean, and we'd probably look at something with patterns, maybe. Although there we go. So we would put in the teal ellipses blinds because that's kind of cute. But seeing as we're going for the real estate agent, we will just go for our nice mountable window blind. Make it white. Is that white? No, not white wood. Ooh, we could make it grey wood. Yes, we could. Mind you, these things would be an absolute menace to clean, being wood as well. The amount of dust they'd collect would be horrendous. So we just get all of this in. And we have a really, really plain bedroom that should hopefully not scare the real estate agent away. Okay, now we're going to go with a green wall maybe. Let's have a look at our walls and our paint. I mean, we could go with flower bud, but that's got a really yellowy tinge. Let's just dump that down there. See, no, not really. It's kind of postulate when put against that colour scheme. So it looks like it's probably going to be lime or pistachio. I could do ice blue as well. Let's have a look at our lime. Yeah, let's have a look at our ice blue. Sorry, pistachio. Right, that might work. Ice blue. You know, we can always get rid of the carpet. It's fine. Let's just get rid of that and get rid of that. And good painting. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to match the colour to the bedspread. So we'll just jump up here, but if you can see, this is not a bad match. Alright, I know, this is the lazy painter's way of painting without moving your furniture. So we still haven't managed to dislodge the Johnson family from the top. I will work on it, but first we'll put in the requirements for the real estate agent, and then we'll start playing with other parameters that might see him rise to the top and then go down to the second place. I love puzzles. I'd really like to... Oh, wait, can I? No, I can't change the lintels. I was hoping I could change the lintels. Maybe make them grey wood, or even just paint them just so that they're the same colour as everywhere else. Okay. Alright. We painted in there, we won't do that again. It kind of ended up okay as a cheaply furnished room. Looks pretty. Let's see if we can't get a blue rug onto the floor just to make it pretty. I know I'm probably going to have to get rid of the rug, but until I do, let's just bear with me. Wrong colour. We may not get a rug at this rate. It may just not be something we can fit. See, that just detracts. What about grey? Alright, it doesn't match the bedspread and it doesn't match anything else, but it does match the cupboard. See, that just clashes with the wall, which is what my problem is with it. And that's the wrong blue. Alright, fine. No rug for you. Okay. Might just sell my paint tin. Alrighty, so we've now got this room done. We just need to match the door in. Alright, so we're using these really cheap doors if we can. We need an interior door. We need 1 meter by 2 meters square. Alright, so it's 137 for the lanyard. It's 198 for these guys. 67.32 wins the day though. Alright, let's just check and see if there's anything cheaper. Yeah, no. So, this is our door. It's going to be white to go with everything else. We're not going to have glass leading into the bedroom. That's just not enough privacy for my liking. So we'll do that. And we're just going to flip it this way. There we go. One cheaply furnished bedroom. I know there's so much more you can do with this room, and if we have to, we will. But right now, let's see if I can't find an angle for it. Yeah, it's not going to work. That is our first bedroom done. Okay, now on that note I'm going to leave you. We have more to go. I think next episode we're going to start with the kitchenette living room in this space here. We're going to have to clean it up a bit. We have our second bedroom and an ensuite over here. We have closet in here, right? So there is this space that needs doing as well. I don't know why we have that door there. We may actually give them a nice solid door for the outside. Whoops. Okay. So yeah, so tomorrow's session, we're going to be doing a kitchenette living room in this space here. But on that note, I'll leave you. Thanks very much for hanging with me, guys, and I will check you later.